Imagine this. You're at home, enjoying a quiet evening with your family, when suddenly there's a knock at the door. It's Child Protective Services. They're here to investigate a report. Your heart races, your mind floods with questions. What did I do wrong? How did this happen? This scenario is more common than you might think. In the United States, more than 1 in 3 children will face CPS involvement at least once before reaching adulthood. That's over 27 million children and their families. Are American parents really that awful to their children? The answer is no. Most parents are just like you, imperfect but loving and dedicated. The reality is that the standard for what constitutes a good parent and a good home has skyrocketed to unreasonable expectations, an assumption that the ideal situation is always possible and anything less than the ideal is always a failure of the parent. Definitions of child maltreatment are vague and inconsistent across states, leading to a system where more than 75% of all substantiated allegations are for neglect, not abuse. The consequences of CPS involvement are severe. CPS contact is strongly associated with worse developmental and mental health outcomes in children. Imagine an 88% increase in the risk of your child taking up smoking, a 29% increase in externalizing behavior, and a 27% increase in internalizing behavior. And it's not just worse behavior. These children are also 18% more likely to be expelled from school and more likely to be depressed, anxious, and impulsive too. These are not just numbers, these are real impacts on real children. And what about foster care? Children placed in foster care are almost twice as likely to die while in care and more likely to be assaulted. Long-term outcomes for former foster children are grim: lower high school graduation rates, higher rates of psychiatric diagnoses, substance abuse, and incarceration. The system is failing miserably to live up to its professed goals of saving children and preserving families. The tools used to assess safety and risk are inconsistent and unreliable, leading to actions extremely disproportionate to the concerns, which more often than not harm children rather than help them. In all CPS cases, the stakes are high and the smallest mistake can have outsized consequences, with trauma that lasts a lifetime. But there is hope. At CPS Protect Consulting Services, we specialize in helping families prepare for and navigate CPS cases successfully. Our team of expert child welfare consultants, former CPS investigators themselves, know the child welfare system like few others, protecting parental rights. They can protect your family too. Don't wait until it's too late and CPS is already at the door. Don't insure your car without insuring your family too. Get ahead of them, be ready, and never face CPS alone. Protect your family right now. Visit cpsprotect.com or call toll-free at 844-633-KIDS today.